Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Smackdown. My name is beautiful Dave Easton. I'm again here with Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, and we've started Smackdown with a limousine pulling up, and let's see, it is our GM, Tim Jones. We've seen him on Raw on Monday night, and indeed he is with,
Who is he with?
It's Kurt Angle, and that looks like Jeff Hardy as well. We've seen these on Raw. Very strange that these three men were on Raw on Monday night, but now they're here on SmackDown. Tim Jones hopefully to do his job properly here on SmackDown tonight. And let's see what they have in order. But Kevin Nash, our new non-stop wrestling champion, is in the ring. Let's see what he has to say. And indeed, Joe, Kevin Nash winning the title at the Royal Rumble by beating Dustin Healy and without the NWO.
It was a big surprise to me. I didn't think he could do it on his own.
Well, he indeed surprised a lot of us, and he is telling Tim Jones that if he bans the NWO, it will be on his hands, and he will tell you that the NWO will show him nothing that he's seen before. So threats already from our new non-stop wrestling champion, and just saying it's another one for the bad guys. Well, you have to say Nash surprised a lot of people at the Royal Rumble. And coming up next, another person who won at the Royal Rumble, won a championship, AJ Styles. He takes on Fandango, and you've got to remember, Joe, AJ Styles' new buddy, the Mundo, will be in his corner.
Yes.
And here is Fandango. And as Joe, you were watching the NSW app at the Royal Rumble, and indeed Fandango had a lot of fan support.
Yes, he was even trending for a moment.
And this is this thing with Fandango. We were talking about it last week. The fans seem to get behind him, but he doesn't care one bit about the fans.
Yeah, I don't understand why the fans like him so much if he doesn't like the fans.
Well, maybe it's just one of these days he might turn and embrace the fan support. But tonight he's going to face one half of the World Tag Team Champions in AJ Styles. A big ask in anyone's book, but when he's got his new buddy the Mundo in his corner, I'm sure that's going to be just a double amount of trouble for Fandango here tonight. And Joe, you must think it was a bit of a shock that AJ Styles and Mundo were able to pull off the victory against the Shield at the Royal Rumble.
I was surprised, but they seem to have that natural chemistry that teams usually have.
Well, let's see if AJ Styles can continue the winning ways in singles action as we're here on SmackDown tonight with myself, beautiful Dave Easton, Joe at ringside. And remember, Joe, coming up on Monday night, it's the draft.
I can't wait to see who we get in a draft.
Indeed, 6 draft picks up for choice. Imagine if SmackDown were able to get all 6. We could get some really big superstars from Raw coming across here onto SmackDown on Thursday night.
Who do you hope we get?
Well, from that side, what do we need? What do we need? We need I would say anyone could really help us on here on SmackDown. But imagine if we got someone like Edge over here. Edge
all his fans will kill us.
Yeah, indeed. Imagine if we were able to get there's so many good people over there. We could actually get the Wyatt family back across here on SmackDown.
They will surely be a crowd pleaser.
Indeed, as AJ Styles is having a bit of problems with Fandango early on. And tonight is the first night we have our new SmackDown arena. As you can see by the covering on the stage and also on the apron. As Fandango continues to work. And we're just talking again about the Royal Rumble, Joe. About AJ Styles and Mundo. I'm sure the Shield are going to have to respond after losing the belts again on Sunday night.
The Shield should feel very disappointed losing to a brand new tag team.
Indeed, and with this new team, we are tonight as well, Joe, going to have a mini tag team tournament where 2 matches, and the winners of them matches will face off next week, and the winner of them matches will become the new #1 contenders to the tag team titles. Their matches a little bit later on, and you've got to think that this team of AJ Styles and Mundo could be right for the picking if that with being such a new tag team.
Yes, you're right. But I think they'll manage to survive.
Indeed, SmackDown is going to continue, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this match. And we're back on SmackDown. It's beautiful Dave Easton and Joe at ringside, taking you through a singles match here. Fandango and AJ Styles is the first match of tonight's SmackDown. And as we see, AJ Styles with his buddy Mundo at ringside. And we've got to think, what is the relationship, Joe, between, well, the Mundo and Paul Heyman, as Heyman wasn't out with Mundo for the tag match on Sunday night?
I felt like the Mundo was just left out to dry by Paul Heyman.
Indeed. And look at this, AJ Styles hitting the Styles Clash. Referee slightly out of position. Yeah, and the referee not even getting a 1 count for that. Very surprised. Styles continue to work on the arm of Fandango there. Hitting him over with a big shot to the back of the head. And now Styles just weighing up what to do next. Goes to the cover, doesn't hook the leg, just gets only a 1. And you've got to say, every time that AJ Styles makes Fandango kick out, it's more energy. But Fandango come back with a swinging neckbreaker of his own. You've got to give it to Joe. You've got to say Fandango's holding his own here.
Maybe that's why the fans like him so much.
Indeed, not showing some effort and determination here, trying to work over AJ Styles. And if Fandango can pick up the win here, it could help him trying to get to singles glory. But AJ Styles coming back with a big forearm. And now, what's he going for? He's going to lock in that submission that we've seen before, and this could be the end for Fandango.
I think Fandango could break out if he survives the finisher.
Well, Fandango in a lot of trouble, and indeed Fandango is tapped out, and AJ Styles continues the winning ways here on SmackDown this evening. A big win for AJ Styles over Fandango. What a way to kick off SmackDown. And you have to say, AJ Styles really didn't need the help of Monday tonight, and this team, well, could be going on for greater things.
Yes, sir. They will be doing great things in their tag team career.
Well, Fandango beaten again tonight, and AJ Styles picking up the big win. What a start we have to SmackDown this evening. AJ Styles, your winner. And indeed, it'll be interesting to see where this team goes along the road. And they'll be interested in this tag team tournament that we're going to have a little bit later on tonight. And we're backstage with Tim Jones, our referee. Our GM, sorry. And he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to say that he has signed Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle to SmackDown. Well, there you go, Joe. There's 2 new signings for you.
And we have some new highlight stars, if you might say.
And he's indeed giving Kurt Angle a title match, a European title match against Connor Rhodes as a thank you for signing with us. Well, that's a bit biased, surely. Why is he giving Kurt Angle a title shot?
What does Jeff Hardy get out of this?
Exactly, and coming up next is our first match in the tag team tournament. It's the Shield versus Shamrock and Edgar. And, well, we do know that Dean Ambrose is not going to be a part of this tag team. It is going to be Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So a bit of a mix there for the Shield. Dean Ambrose is going to sit this one out, just be at ringside. But you've got to say the Shield will not be happy. We were talking before, losing the tag belts for a second time. This time to Mundo and AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble.
I think they'll try harder to win the belts back than they did to keep it.
Indeed, but again, they're going up against the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock and Edgar, and these two are not going to be any pushovers by any means.
Yes, Ken Shamrock is a very, very skilled fighter. He can take them down in many ways.
And here is Ken Shamrock coming to the ring. Most dangerous man is it. He's going to be teaming up with Edgar tonight. First time they've tagged together, but as I say, I'm sure both men, dangerous in their own ways, will give up good competition for the Shield this evening. And here indeed is a former hardcore champion in his own right, Edgar. And I'm sure he'll be wanting to get back into the title picture tonight.
Do you think that Ken Shamrock and Edgar can pull out what Mundo and AJ Styles did?
Well, it just shows you that AJ Styles and Mundo have shown anyone that even if it's your first time tagging together, that you can go ahead and win, even against established teams like the Shield. And you've got to remember, the Shield tonight, it's not going to be Ambrose, it's going to be Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins And these two, despite being in the Shield, have not tagged together with them, just the two of them. So this really could be an even playing field for both sides.
Yes, it is anyone's match. You're right about that.
But I'm sure Dean Ambrose is going to have a say in this. Being at ringside, the referee's going to have eyes in the back of his head in this one. As Shamrock and Edgar early on shown some good teamwork with a drop toe hold into the back elbow. And remember, the winner of this match will meet a match later on with a team winning that match. Next week we will have new #1 contenders for the Elimination Chamber, where Mundo and AJ Styles will put the tag belts on the line. And as you see, you never know. We could see anybody being in the Elimination Chamber and defend in the tag team match as well.
Did you see that move by the Shield right there?
Indeed, Roman Reigns, very high flying in himself as he's continuing to work over Edgar here. And I say, we tried to get a word with the Shield earlier this week, and they were I've seen nothing of them. I don't know, Joe, if you've been able to see them this week.
They were very furious and just wanted to stay away from everyone.
Well, let's see how it affects them tonight. Edgar coming back on this one over Roman Reigns, showing his wrestling back. Edgar's no pushover, Joe. He's a former hardcore champion himself.
He's showing us right now why he was champion.
And I'm sure the team really, Shamrock and Edgar, you could see really a hardcore style. Shamrock with the UFC background and Edgar with a hardcore title background. Well, it's going to be a bit interesting how the Shield cope with these two.
I'm more worried about the member on ring side than anyone else.
Indeed, Dean Ambrose just pacing backwards and forwards at the moment. It's really Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Edgar at this moment in time. No tags made in, as these two seem to be just trying to outdo each other over the wrestling moves here. As Edgar again now throws Rollins in. Here comes Shamrock for the first time. Here, Smackdown will continue. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Remember to watch Non-Stop Wrestling Raw. It comes to you Monday. Every Monday it is 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. Join myself and Matt Rhodes for Raw on Monday nights. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful Dave Easton and Joe with you at ringside. It is the Shield versus Ken Shamrock and Edgar in a tag team match. It is a tag team tournament match. They will face the winners of a match later on to become the #1 contenders. Shamrock and Roman Reigns battling in the ring. And Joe, we were talking before the break about Shamrock and Edgar tagging for the first time together. They look very impressive.
Yeah, so it looks like Shamrock has the advantage in this matchup right now.
And Shamrock with a big headbutt, taking the big man down and then going over to his corner, but that might let Roman Reigns tag in. No, he's going to stay in there, go straight after he got hit. Sort of like a clothesline, I think that was.
It looked more like a spear to me.
It didn't look, well, the referee just was sort of in the way a little bit there. Roman Reigns into the cover, hooks, doesn't hook the leg, so he gets a 1. If Roman Reigns hit the spear though, this one is surely over. And he may be setting Edgar up here with... Now he's coming outside. Oh, I hope he doesn't come here anywhere near us. Uh-oh, here we go.
They always do this to us.
Exactly. Well, at least it's the first time tonight. At least Shamrock was able to stop him before he could do anything else. And now Edgar in the ring. Look at this. Edgar going to work on Roman Reigns.
He's heated up.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh.
Hits it. No, and you know what this is, Joe? This... Oh no, he's changed his mind. He went for the cover. And he only got a 1. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. Wall thought he was going to hit a big move there. And indeed, Roman Reigns, out of nowhere, picks him up. And that is a big...
Oh, Shamrock blocked.
Shamrock blocked Roman Reigns. That might not do anything, though. Inside the ring, Roman Reigns back has got the cover and got the 3. And this one is over. And the Shield now go forward next week in the #1 contendership match. And, well, if they were angry, I would not like to be the team they face next week.
Neither would I.
And a big win for the Shield tonight. As I say, they move on in the tag team tournament. And, well, at least they were able to beat a team that were tagging for the first time tonight, Joe.
Yeah, but the team that were tagged for the first time did have what seemed to be some chemistry. Not a
In,
lot, but some.
Indeed. And I'm sure we may see Edgar and Ken Shamrock tag again in the future. But tonight, the victory goes to the Shield. Let's see what we've got here. And here is Kurt Angle speaking for the first time with Boulder backstage. And he's saying that he does indeed have a European title match tonight. Let's see what he says about that. And he says he's great to be here on SmackDown. Well, if Tim Jones has signed him here for SmackDown, remember, if Kurt Angle could still go to Raw on Monday night. And Kurt Angle saying that Connor is a great wrestler, but not as good as Kurt Angle. And he's going to start tonight with the European title. And then, well, he says that nobody has got a real champion like a gold medal champion. Well, that's a bit arrogant, if I could say so myself. Joe, what do you think of Kurt Angle?
I think he will do great things in our brand. He will make it very far and be a superstar to beat.
Well, let's see what he can do, because next up, it is a European Championship match. Connor Rhodes versus Kurt Angle, and this is going to be very interesting, especially as Connor Rhodes was able to defeat Chuck Taylor at Royal Rumble to hold on to the belts, but now thrown straight into another championship match against Kurt Angle. And I'm sure Paul Heyman will have to have something to say about this.
Paul Heyman can be a distraction to a referee if he's at ringside.
Indeed, and Connor Rhodes, let's see how he gets on against Kurt Angle. Our new signing here on SmackDown. And here he comes. I'll be very surprised if he's not with Jeff Hardy or Tim Jones. No, he's coming out alone, so that's a surprise to start off with.
I think Angle's just showing his confidence that he could do it all alone.
Well, could you imagine if Kurt Angle wins the European title on his first night here on SmackDown? It would just send a message out to everyone else. And if it is Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy, well, they have to be working with Tim Jones or GM. After what we've seen the last few times, especially on Raw. But Kurt Angle's singles debut is tonight, and it is a European title match.
Do you think that Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy were brought onto the brand to counter the NWO?
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? Especially as Tim Jones would be a bit worried that the NWO are going to take over. But just could you imagine Kurt Angle winning the title here? If he wins the title, it means that at least Tim Jones' corporation, as you would say, has at least the secondary title here on SmackDown.
You're right about that.
As Paul Heyman will have to be furious that his client's been made to wrestle in a European title match after defeating Chuck Taylor just on Sunday night at the Royal Rumble. Remember, if you want to watch the Royal Rumble, you can go to past broadcasts on our Twitch TV channel, or you can go to our YouTube page, search Non-Stop Wrestling UK, and all parts of the Royal Rumble are up there, including the Royal Rumble match itself, which was very interesting to say the least, Joe.
It had a bunch of shockers.
Indeed, many people surprised of Antonio Cesaro winning the Rumble. Sadly, a lot of SmackDown guys came out early on, but you never know. We may be able to get it in Season 2. We might get a SmackDown winner.
Yeah, my choice, Sheamus, was defeated pretty... Well, he put up a good fight. I do say this for myself.
Indeed, Sheamus coming out at number 19 was eliminated by Raw's Tyler Breeze. And remember, Joe, SmackDown Superstars are going to Raw on Monday night, as it'll be Raw versus SmackDown for the draft picks.
While we're on Raw, we will be able to show off all of our talent.
Indeed, we don't want to see any of our SmackDown talent going to Raw. So let's hope we can all win all 6 picks for SmackDown and hopefully get some really good talent over here for next week.
And Kurt Angle is dominating this match, if I can say that.
Indeed, Kurt Angle has said that he's the superior wrestler. But look at this, Connor Rhodes using the dirty tactics. Maybe that's what he needs to do to beat someone of Kurt Angle.
Do you think Connor Rhodes is kind of injured or weak because of his match on Sunday?
Well, it was a very short match, to say the least. I was very impressed with Connor Rhodes on Sunday night. But as I say, no disrespect to Chuck Taylor, this is a bit of a step up against Kurt Angle.
I think Chuck Taylor might have something else to say about that.
Indeed, I'm not, as I said, no disrespect to Chuck Taylor, but Kurt Angle showing really, as you said yourself, dominating Connor Rhodes early on. SmackDown is going to continue, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Remember, the Non-Stop Wrestling Elimination Chamber comes to you on Sunday the 8th of September. Please see local details for when we will be showing live on Twitch TV. And we are back on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful Dave Easton along with Joe at ringside. We are in the middle of a European Championship match between Kurt Angle and Connor Rhodes. And we were talking just before the break there, Joe, that Kurt Angle was dominating, but look at this. Connor Rhodes seems to be now back in command.
Everything happens in commercial breaks.
Indeed.
Like all the good parts.
Indeed, NSW app. If you are watching, remember you can get involved. Just all you need to do is just to say your points of view from SmackDown, and we will try and get to them as SmackDown continues on. As Connor Rhodes tries to defend his European title against newly signed Kurt Angle, and Connor Rhodes looking to be dragging Kurt Angle away here. This could be a successful title defense. Into the cover, hooks the leg.
Hook the leg.
Not just a one though. You've got it. Kurt Angle still battling. Angle. Both men look to have taken a lot of punishment. Angle after a clothesline. Heyman up on the apron.
Distracting.
Exactly. That's what Connor Rhodes wants. Into the gut suplex. That's what the finishing move of Connor Rhodes. This could be it. A successful title defense. Can he get the cover? The referee's distracted by Paul Heyman. This is not what Connor Rhodes wanted though, and Paul Heyman has not helped his own client here. Paul Heyman has actually been chucked out of ringside, and Joe, this is now going to be a major factor for Kurt Angle.
Now this is really anyone's match.
An Angle with a big snap suplex. What is he going to do here? Dragging Connor Rhodes away. Connor looks out of it. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Oh, we got a new European champion here. Yes, we have! And Kurt Angle has done it on his first singles match. Joe, we have a new European champion.
I am surely surprised by this. I didn't think he could do it.
And Kurt Angle, you have to say, has took the European champion to the corporation.
Take that, NWO.
And indeed, we may be seeing the NWO versus corporation coming up. But for now, Kurt Angle, in his first singles match, has took the European title. Congratulations. Well, you have to say congratulations to him. But as you say, what is this going to mean now? The corporation have a title. And, well, congratulations to him. And look at this. Kurt Angle still celebrating in the ring. Defeating Connor Rhodes here. And, well, there you go. Our GM, Tim Jones, and Jeff Hardy. We've seen this. Bit rules reversed on Raw when Kurt Angle was there and Jeff Hardy won his match, and well, this has just sealed the deal. I think we now are looking at the SmackDown Corporation, and they have indeed, Joe, got the European title.
I am looking at greatness right now.
Well, that is the end of episode 15, part 1 of SmackDown. Please like, subscribe, tell us what you think. Me and Joe will be back for part 2 very soon.